This video/stream is sponsored by Trader Central. Trader Central provides funding for traders, spot cryptocurrency exchange services, and access to trading tools like copy trade software, portfolio tracking, and a social platform exclusive for communicating with trader friends. Sign up now using the link in the description and get up to 30% off on your first plan.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. How are you all doing? Hope you had a great week this past week, as the market gave us plenty of opportunities to capitalize on. In this video, I want to talk about my analysis for GBPUSD and GBPJPY. And as usual, I'll start off with the weekly time frame and work my way down to the 4-hour time frame. Now, on the weekly time frame, we can see that on GBPUSD, that price has still been in this very strong bearish move. And now price this past week has broken below this resistance area or support area of 1.198, and as it's continued to the downside. So what I'm expecting really in the upcoming week is for price to continue all the way down to actually the 1.15 area. Which is where I'm expecting to start to see some sort of reversal. But for the moment, I think GBPUSD will continue to fall for the time being. And even though there are some buyers trying to push price back up, trying to trade this sort of bottom of the move, but sellers are very, very strong in the market and keep pushing price to the downside. Now, if we go to the daily time frame, we can see that this area here has been broken. I was actually expecting price to maybe retrace a bit up to this resistance area here before reversing, but that didn't happen, and then the reversal happened very quickly, and I was able to capitalize on it when price broke again below this area. Now, if we look at the daily time frame, we can see that price is still continuing down. There is a bit of a retracement, but I believe that there will still be some push all the way to the downside. Like I said, after seeing the weekly candle close below this 1.98 area. Now, if we go to the hourly time frame, we'll be able to see the move. Not a very smooth move, but however, we can still see that price has been, moving in this sort of downtrend. And then you can see even the trend when you draw the trend line as well, that this area, the trend line has been tested several times as well. And then we can decide to trade this trend line by seeing if price will break out of it or if price will continue to bounce below this trend line. So we can see it's been tested multiple times, and now price has gotten to this trend line right here. So the question is, will this trend line break and price continue to the top for the time being, or will price bounce out of this trend line? So that's what we have to look for in the coming weeks, in the coming week ahead. So even if we go down to the hourly time frame, it might be easier to trade that as well. But we just need to see how price reacts to this trend line, and if price gives us a very good reversal pattern from there. Okay, so if price gives us a bearish reversal pattern, then we should be looking to take this trade to the downside. We should be able to sell continuously, which is what we're expecting anyway. But if price breaks this trend line on the short term, we should be able to trade this breakout move possibly to this area here, and then price may end up reversing again from that area. But generally speaking, I'm expecting price to remain bearish, and you can use this trend line here as a sort of guide as to how to trade that move. But on the other hand, like I said, it's not 100%. The move most likely that we're expecting for GBPUSD is bearish. So even if price breaks out of this trend line, it probably will be for a short move, and then we'll look for a sell signal. But for me, if price does break out of this trend line, I will trade the trend line breakout and then take my profits at the next significant resistance area, which will be around the 1.205 area. So if there is a breakout of this area, say, and I enter my trade from there with my stop loss just below this area here, then I will be looking to take my take profits around the 1.205 area, which is around 150 pips, and I will be risking about 70-80 pips on that move as well. So hopefully a bearish signal when around this area, then we should be looking to just sell the market to the downside from there. So this has been my analysis for GBPUSD. Next, I'm going to give you my analysis for GBPJPY, and again, I'll be starting with the weekly time frame, and then we work our way down to the 4-hour time frame. Now, on the weekly time frame, we can see that price has tried several times on GBPUSD to push the market to the downside. You can see people selling, pushing price down, but a lot of buyers in this area. You can see the wicks forming here, and here again. Buyers trying to push price to the upside anytime price enters into this area here between the 164 and the 163 area. You can see anytime price gets there, buyers tend to push the market back up. So for GBPUSD, what I will be trading generally really is to look for a sell trade, a buy trade. Initially, I was looking for a sell when price gets into this area here, which price did, and then ended up rejecting off it. And there's still that possibility that price could still reject from this zone here that we marked, this area, just this area here where I indicated that when price gets in, reject. So there's still that possibility that price could reject to the downside as well. So we need to be careful. That can happen. On the other hand, we can see that if we draw our trend line as well, that they've been a breakout of that trend line. Okay, so if we draw this trend line here, we can see that there has been a breakout and a retest as well. So if we go to the 4-hourly time frame, and we move the chart down a bit, we can see that this trend line tested here, price got close to that trend line there as well, just around that area. And then when price got here, finally broke out of it, came back down to retest that trend line, and then bounced to the upside again. So I am expecting that bullish trend to continue. Okay, so yes, price is currently at this sort of support area here, but I won't be taking my trade from that area. If we go down to the hourly time frame, we can draw a triangular pattern here as well. Okay, and then we can see from the triangular pattern that price is still moving towards the upside. So price broke out of this trend line, okay, to the top, formed this triangular pattern here. And from what we know about price action, most likely we will be expecting a breakout, okay, and then a continuation to the top. Okay, so that can also be traded as a day trade. So this move from here all the way to the top, at least to this resistance area, the 165 area, can be traded as a day trader. Okay, so that's you taking your buys from here, which stop loss around the 165 area, or the take profit around 165 area, and stop loss just below this area here. So you will be looking at a 2:1 risk to reward ratio and about a 6:1, a 62 pip move there. As a swing trader, however, I won't be taking this short-term trade. I will go down to the 4-hourly or the daily time frame to be able to trade GBP JPY. So what I will do is on the 4-hour time frame, we can see that this area here again that I indicated previously is where I would expect price to get into. All right, so I expect price, which again tested the area several times, finally broke out of it, came back up to retest it again and again here. So I will expect price to get back into this area and see if price breaks out of this area or gives us another bearish signal from this area. So if price moves to the top, breaks out and closes above this area, I'll expect price to come back into it to retest it a bit and then look for my buy trades from there all the way to the next significant resistance area, so which will be around the 166.7 area. So for me as a swing trader and a long-term trader, I'm looking at about 170 pips on that move. Okay, risking about 60 pips. And if price comes into that area there and gives us a bearish reversal pattern in this area here, then we'll be looking to take our sell trade to the bottom. But from what I said on the weekly time frame and the daily time frame, my bias is mostly bullish, and I'm to continue to the top, break this area here, come back to retest it, where I will look for my buy trade and take my trade at the 166.7 area. So this will be the move that I'm anticipating for GBPJPY. And for GBPUSD, I am more bearish on that move long term. And for GBPJPY, for the moment, I am in a sell trade. Again, we can look at this move as an inverse head and shoulder pattern as well. From here, we can see the left shoulder. You can see the head there, right? We can see the right shoulder, and then we can see that this has been broken out of, and then we expect price to get towards that area as well. So this is just what is generally happening and what generally we will be trading for the upcoming week. So I hope you found this video very helpful. If you have, kindly leave a like, and if you haven't subscribed, kindly subscribe to the channel for more analysis videos. Thank you very much for watching, and have a great week ahead. Peace.
I can't forget the day we met. Your eyes so blue, me pressing through. I can't forget the day we met. Your smile so bright.